The Edo governorship election is one day away, and there is heightened expectations of how the exercise will turn out. The build-up to the poll has been dramatic and filled with fireworks. Some prominent Edo sons have picked a tent with their preferred candidates, and there is a cursory gag of their influence on the election. Adams Aliyu Oshiomhole is not contesting the election on Saturday, but he is the most talked about person ahead of the exercise. He sprang a surprise on everyone in Edo State when he suddenly turned around and declared support for Osage Igbinedion, a man he vilified in the run-up to the 2016 election. His tussle with Godwin Obaseki, governor of the state, cost him his job as national chairman of the All Progressives Congress (APC). Whoever wins between Obaseki and Igbinedion on Saturday, the victory or loss will be attributed to the role Oshiomhole played in their political lives. Ironically, his rejection of Obaseki is a major reason why many in Edo are supporting the governor. Obaseki may even thank Oshiomhole for rejecting him if he wins on Saturday. Many in Edo feel he's trying to play the role of God by angling to choose a governor for the state. They said he fought the godfathers of Edo politics only to turn himself to the new godfather. His combative political style has also pitched him against numerous politicians who are now supporting Obaseki owing to the fact that they want to send him into political Siberia. Hate him or like him, the former Edo State governor is still a force to be reckoned with in the politics of Edo State. His Esako West local government area remains impenetrable for the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Many of the loyalists he made while he was governor are still supporting him and are in all the 18 local government areas working for Igbinedion. No governorship election has ever taken place in Edo State without the popular Benin family. Now, the second person is Igbinedion. Okay, Gabriel Igbinedion, patriarch of the family and a Sama of Benin, first helped to install his son, Lucky Igbinedion, as governor in 1999. The junior Igbinedion and his father helped Oshiomhole become governor in 2008. Their support for Igbinedion in 2016 did not yield any result as the then PDP candidate did not win the election. After initial doubts about the family with support in 2020. Members of the family, including the Esama, Lucky Igbinedion, and Omosedi, his daughter, have since declared support for Obaseki. Lucky and his father even played prominent roles in the defection of Obaseki from the APC to PDP. Members of the family have been campaigning for Obaseki, and they are the reason many feel Obaseki may just win Ovia Northeast local government area where they hail from. Another person that we are talking about again is Shaibu, the hitherto political godson of Oshiomhole and deputy governor of Edo State, is an Enjima who has given the PDP more presence in the Esako West local government area. The fact that the PDP allowed him to run with Obaseki after they both defected to the party shows how much leaders of the party believe in his capacity to add value. The former majority leader in the Edo State House of Assembly is determined to prove to Oshiomhole that no man is God and that the former APC national chairman alone cannot determine the political fortune of the people of Edo State. The PDP's hope of closing in on the APC in the crucial Esako West local government area rests on him. Another person here is Tom Ikimi. Tom Ikimi has somewhat filled in the leadership vacuum created by the demise of Tony Aneni, former Board of Trustees, BOT of the PDP. The Oduma of Igweme might not be as influential as the former Iyasele of Isaland, but in the former national chairman of the defunct National Republican Convention, NRC, the Eastern people have an elder statesman who, given the chance, can fight for them. With a strong presence in the entire Edo Central Zone, the PDP can rely on the former Foreign Affairs Minister to win Igwebe local government area. Another one, yes, Matthew Urogidi, the senator representing Edo South was among the first PDP leaders to welcome Obaseki to the party. The two-time senator declined overtures to vie for the PDP ticket. Urogide is considered one of the best senators to have represented Edo South District, having numerous constituency projects in the area to show for his efforts. One thing that Urogede has is goodwill. Owing to his achievements as a senator, he has been able to market Obaseki's candidature in his domain with ease. Another one here is Omorege Gbeide Iyama. Is the lawmaker who currently represents Oredo federal constituencies. He is the first federal lawmaker to win a re-election in Oredo federal constituency. He was set to emerge as the PDP governorship candidate before Obaseki left the APC and joined the PDP. He first resisted conceding the PDP ticket to Obaseki but was prevailed upon. He has been out working for Obaseki, deploying his grassroots connections for the PDP candidates. Another is Pius Odubu. The former deputy governor to Oshiomole is among politicians with a political structure in Edo State. After initial uncertainty regarding whether if he would work for Eze-Iyamu, he quickly swung into action and deployed his men to the field. Perhaps buoyed by the alleged damaging role Obaseki played in his attempt to head the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Odubu understands the need to defeat Obaseki in order to remain politically relevant. Samson Osage, the two-time member of the House of Representatives, is one of the leaders of Edo political movement (EPM), and Edo APC group used to oppose Obaseki. The former APC senatorial candidate is a politician who must never be underrated owing to his vast understanding of grassroots politics in the Edo South senatorial zone. In 2015, he won the Edo South APC senatorial ticket despite the support Patrick Obayagbon, his opponent, enjoyed from Oshiomole. He is gifted with oratory and exceptional persuasive skills. He is still ambitious, hence he needs Eze-Iyamu to win so that he can stand a good chance of winning future elections. Okay? Matthew Iduri Kekewe. Okay? Matthew Iduri Yekewe. Okay, sorry about that. He headlines a long list of politicians who chose to remain in the APC but are alleged to be working for Obaseki. Others in this category include Osarodion Oge, Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Frank Okiye, and some of his colleagues. The former majority leader in the State House of Assembly and former commissioner in the NDDC, Idoriye Kenwe, is from Ikboboha local government area. Idoriye Kenwe is an astute politician who is capable of deploying human resources and capital to actualize political goals. The next person is Lucky Imasuen. Imasuen, a former deputy governor of the state, controlled the politics of Ego local government area. It has been 12 years since he left office and his influence has not waned. He's still a force to be reckoned with in the politics of the Edo South. Okay? Another one we have here is Osarodion Oge. He's currently secretary to the Edo State government. Like Idoriye Kenwe, he has also chosen to remain in APC and work for Obaseki. Before Oshiomole picked Obaseki as his successor in 2016, all eyes were on him as the chosen one. He has built a formidable political structure for himself and he is still seen as the strong man of Ikbobaha politics. He has been part of the ACN-APC government in Edo State since 2008, so he is an asset to Obaseki, especially in his Ikbobaha local government area. Another one here is Pale Iriaise. He's a former secretary to the Edo State government under Oshiomole and two-time member of the House of Representatives, where he represented Owan Federal Constituency. Iriaise left the House Representative in 2019 to assume a new position as the APC leader in his Owan East local government area. Iriaise is deeply rooted in the politics of both his area and Owan West local government area. In him, Ezeyamu has a formidable politician who can work with other strong forces to give him victory in Owan East local government area. Dan Obi, the immediate past state chairman of the Edo PDP, is known in the state owing to the way he piloted the affairs of the party for about 10 years. He was made chairman of the PDP campaign council shortly after he left office this year. He has always delivered his Ogbonna ward in Esako Central local government area to the PDP and is one of the men the PDP is banking on to win Esako Central Council. Peter Akpatasin. It is no small feat winning election into the House of Representatives 3 consecutive times. Such is the feat of Akpatasin, who has represented Akoko Edo Federal Constituency since 2007. Akpatasin has matured in politics over time, and his influence in his council is now far-reaching. He is preparing for the PDP onslaught in his domain that will likely be led by Kabiru Ajoto, his former opponent in the APC. Francis Alimikena, winning senatorial election twice, Alimi Kena has established himself as a formidable politician. Granted that Oshiomole helped him to get to the Senate, the years spent in the upper chamber of the National Assembly have now turned him into a politician of reckoning, capable of pulling the strings for his party, the APC. Now his party needs him, and he appears capable of standing up to the challenge. And the last person here is Kenneth Imaswagbon, popularly known as Rice Man. The serial governorship candidate always adds value to any party he chooses to pitch his tent with. He aligned with the APC the last time, but the PDP is his preferred party this time, after he stepped down for Obaseki in the race for the PDP ticket. Imaswagbon has surprised many with the aggressive way he has campaigned for the governor. He is well on the ground in his Ewohimi country home and Eastern Southeast local government area. Okay, these are the men, timber and calibers, that will pull the ground, that will pull the vote for either APC or PDP. But let's see how these people, how they have a electoral weight, if they are not paper weight or they are feather weights, whether they have electoral value. That is what these politicians usually use. That's the terminology they use. They will say, who is this one? What is its electoral value? Yeah, this one does not have electoral value. This one has electoral value. That's how they always say. This one is a paperweight. This one that cannot win its polling units or whatever. If they want to down rep you, that is how they use. Those are the words they use. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning all these people, all the names mentioned here.